Today, I'm watching The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 7. We're getting very close to the end of the first season. I know there's only 8 or 9 episodes, and we ended the previous episode with this crazy, cliffhanger. Joel was stabbed after they went to the university to try and find the fireflies, and he's fallen in the snow, and Ellie is trying to help him as much as possible, and it does not look good. Like, I don't know how she's gonna get help, where she's gonna be able to go. There wasn't anybody around, obviously, so yeah, I'm very curious to see where this episode's gonna go. If Joel passes away. I've seen shows kill off main characters before, but again, I don't know, especially with, season 2 being in production and the video games. I doubt they would kill him off, but again, anything is possible. I'm very curious to see where this is gonna go, and it was not a good looking situation. Like, it looked, if you're being realistic, much like this show is with many of its elements, then I wouldn't be surprised if they kill him off, but I hope not. He's a great character. I don't know what Ellie would do, obviously, on her own. She's still very young, and they weren't able to find the fireflies. So, yeah, I don't know if they're trying to go back to see Tommy, what that's going to look like. I think both performances from Joel and Ellie's, the actors portraying them have done a great job. So I'm very excited and very nervous to see where this is going to wrap up. I feel like I'm going to want to watch season 2 right away, even though it's not out till next year. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Okay, yeah, it definitely looks like we're picking up where we left off. I'm seeing the bloody, drag marks in the snow, and they made it to this house. I'm very worried. I don't know what Ellie's, triage skills are. He was stabbed. Yeah. Oh, God.
You go. You go north. You go to Tommy.
You know that's not gonna happen. She's not gonna leave you, man. She chose you. I know he doesn't want to see her die, see him die, obviously, but she's not gonna go. Is she? No. Come on. Can't. She'll never forgive herself. Come on, man. Maybe he didn't think she'd actually... I don't know. I don't like this at all. You know what's gonna happen if you leave him. At least try? Oh my gosh, really?
You don't fight. Just your friend fights. She's not here anymore, is she?
What? I'm guessing this is when Ellie was in the FEDRA school? Ooh, good night.
We're cool in the summer, we're warm in the winter, and best of all, when you're an officer, you get to tell the Bethanies of the world exactly where to shove it.
Yeah, do you want to be in charge, telling people what to do, or do you want to be the ones getting the orders?
We're the only thing holding this all together. If we go down, the people in this zone will starve or murder each other, that much I know.
I mean, that's what we saw in Kansas City. It did sound like FEDRA was doing some very horrible things also.
It could be your turn. Or not. So which way?
Yeah, it's interesting we're learning more about her backstory. And of course she's gonna want, the power, and she wants to be in charge. But when we first met her, she was just with Marlene and the Fireflies. I'm guessing that was where her friend was? Yeah, I'm very curious to learn more. Okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you sneaking up on me like that? It was a joke, okay? I thought it would work better. In my mind, you loved it.
Oh.
So, how's it going?
I recognize this actress. I'm blanking, but I know her.
I joined the Firefly.
What? Okay. Cassette Hansen? I don't know what was on the cassette, but yeah, it's interesting to see her room, like the Mortal Kombat poster, and like her life that she had before we met her, so.
Guards? No. Because Fedra's fucking stupid. Ready? This better be good.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see like how FEDRA gets new officers. Like it sounds like most of these kids were taken or like didn't have anywhere else to go.
I'm just saying, you can't fight everything and everyone. You can pick and choose what's important.
Oh, are they teaching you this at Firefly University?
Ha ha ha!
Wow. Look at how that water trickles down those rusty mailboxes. This really is the best night of my life.
I love their use of practical lighting in the show as well, like with the flashlights and like the street lights coming in through the window. So cool.
2 floors, fuck you.
I was just tagged it off.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Oh god, it's interesting to see her with a friend. Like we know her and Sam were buddies, but like this seems like a much stronger friendship. Run. Is this how Ellie gets bit the first time? Because it doesn't seem like she's bit yet, although she'd kind of like hide in the corner, but again, that could be for a lot of reasons. Why are you getting so close, man? Come on.
Already had to get this.
No one told him he couldn't mix pills with that shit?
I think he knew what he was doing.
Oh, cheese and crackers. What the frick was that? My heart. Oh my god.
I had to handle my sidearm because I'm such a fucking firefly.
Give me your gun.
All right, fine.
I don't think this is gonna end well. Oh, I'm worried. We know she had like some training at the school, but still.
I'm a firefly.
That easy to give up everything, huh?
By everything, you mean becoming a fascist dickbag?
Yeah, they're training them to replace them. Like they're training them to be new FEDRA officers.
Holds everything together.
You know, as much as I love arguing with your stubborn ass, we're on a mission here.
Yeah, Ellie doesn't seem sold on this whole Firefly concept yet. Like, she's still like, oh, the FEDRA doesn't seem that bad. Like, I mean, but again, if that's all you knew, then, you know, you'd be, and you're taught that this other group is the enemy and they're trained to kill them. That's a cool shot with them, yeah, jumping across these rooftops. Really cool. Probably terrifying, but...
The mall? You out of your fucking mind? They sealed that place off for a reason. It's full of infected.
That is where Ellie said she got bit. She said she snuck into a mall at like one of the first episodes, and I just didn't know if she was lying, but I'm worried that that's the path we're heading down.
This seems like a perfect place to do it.
Oh, I'm aware.
I'm glad we get to see this, like, Ellie being this version of a teenager, because, yeah, like I said, all we know is her with Joel, so... It's definitely giving me, like, Stranger Things vibes, but I really like it. It's cool that it's in this abandoned mall, and... she probably hasn't seen it like this in a very long time, if ever.
You plan stuff?
She did promise her the best night ever, and this does seem like a fun night. Oh, cue the 80s music, yeah. It's definitely giving me, yeah, like an 80s montage.
Escalator.
She's like, I'm new to all these things. If we get like a shopping montage, that's something I never thought we would see. She's like, how does it move? Trying escalators for the first time. Mind blown. It's crazy to see like all the things that we're so like accustomed to, but if you've never seen them before, like especially Ellie already being like a curious person. Dawn of the Wolf Part 2. Are these like real movies? I don't recognize it. Back in 5 minutes. Yeah, right.
Didn't wanted all this stuff.
Do you need me to explain it to you?
Haha, no, I know why. It just looks uncomfortable.
What?
Nothing, I was just trying to imagine you wearing that.
Oh my.
What?
Ellie's mind is just blown. It's nice to see some, like, I don't want to say cute scenes, but to see some more, like, scenes of just Ellie, like, exploring the world and, like, smiling more and, you know, finding out what life was like before all of this started, like going into the mall and hanging out with her friend. I think Ellie might have feelings for Riley. I'm not too sure, but it feels like there's something going on here.
You know what Quan gave me? Sewage detail.
Oh my god, really? Come on. That's horrible.
You want to keep going?
I mean, I'm on a magic horse with like a million lights. I don't know how it's supposed to get better.
I mean, they did start off pretty strong. How can you beat an escalator and a carousel? Photo booth? A time machine? This is so cute. Oh, I love this, but I'm worried. I don't want to fall into a false sense of security with this.
Shit. What should we do?
Looking great.
Okay. Bunny ears?
Wait.
It's always the pressure of making a cool pose. Oh, Charlie's Angel's a classic.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure the ink is probably old. Yeah. And their poses. Oh, an arcade. I was like, is it sound of like the affected? Like, what is going on? Very cool. And of course, being video game characters going to an arcade. I'm assuming Riley would be in the video game.
Can't even play once.
Dude. Yeah.
Oh. This is what she had a poster of in her room. Yeah, amazing. She's like, is this real life? Is this the best day ever? Choose your fighter. Yes, I played Mortal Kombat in my youth. A time or two. I always lost, but...
Oh, wait, how do I play?
Smash the buttons.
That is the only method. Yeah, you just... There's no real system. What is this? Oh, why is there always creepy dolls involved? Yeah, they are making a lot of noise, and oh my god, this thing. Cheese and crackers. Yeah, like people from the outside can't hear them, but of course, that guy. Oh no.
We still have a few hours left, though.
Yeah, I just can't get in trouble again.
Yeah, like we know Riley's not going back, but Ellie still has to go through a few more years of FEDRA stuff.
I got you.
Or thinks she does anyway. Like, we know she ends up with Marlene at some point, but still, like...
Is this where you've been staying?
Mostly. Ta-da!
Volume?
Oh, the pun book. Oh, we saw one in her room earlier.
What did the frustrated cannibal do?
Lay it on me.
He threw up his hands.
Ew. Grim.
How does a computer get drunk? It takes screenshots.
What are screenshots?
I don't actually know.
I was gonna say, would they get that one?
Ever let them? Right, and you think they're gonna listen to you?
And there'd be no way to guarantee that she wouldn't be there. Like, if she becomes a FEDRA officer. Oh, gosh.
They're sending me to a post in the Atlantic QC.
Oh, my gosh.
But Marlene said no.
Who the fuck is Marlene?
Marlene is the lady that helped me get... It doesn't matter.
Why wouldn't Marlene? Well, does she know about Ellie already?
Because I wanted to see you.
And?
There's a big and. Yeah, what's she gonna say? Oh, I'm so nervous.
And I wanted to say goodbye.
I feel like there's a lot more she wanted to say, but isn't.
You just did it. Goodbye.
I know Ellie's hurt and doesn't want to deal with this, and you know, this is her one friend, obviously. She was having a great time, and she was laughing and joking, and I mean, what are the chances they're gonna see each other again? Like, even it sounds like Riley's a few years older than Ellie anyway, so
Give me the book.
yeah, now we know why this is so significant if her friend Riley gave it to her. And I'm curious how this would play out in the game. Like, you'd be exploring the mall and stuff would be really interesting. It's a cool set, and I'm glad we got to see it. It's really cool.
Maybe the Fireflies aren't what I think they are, but they chose me.
She just wants to belong, obviously. Yeah.
One last thing. Sure.
Yeah, that would be hard. Like, they obviously like spending time together, and I think Ellie has some feelings, but I don't know if you would admit them now. What does that mean, you know? Oh god, the clowns. No thank you. I know I'm wearing killer clowns, but like actual clowns creep me out. Oh my god, these two. Dance party. I think it's all kind of hitting Ellie right now. Oh. I can't take her seriously with this clown mask. Yeah. Oh, my heart. Oh my. I felt like she was gonna go in for a smooch. I felt like that's the vibes we were giving.
For what?
Oh. Look at Ellie's smile. Aww. They're so cute. Oh, my heart. I was like, if she's leaving, you gotta try and kiss once at least. Come on. Oh, no.
Get ready to run.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Run, 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 run. Oh my god. Go, 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 go. I'm still worried because we know they said Ellie gets bit. No. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. I mean, Ellie did say she hurt someone before, but oh. Oh no, trapped under there. No, 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 no. Oh! That'll do it. Run, run, run. There's gotta be more. Cheese and rice. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We know she's fine, but Riley doesn't know that, and I don't think Ellie knows that yet.
No, 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 no!
Oh my god. You'd be so terrified. And Riley was bit too. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see it. Like I said, we knew Riley, or Ellie had mentioned that she was bit when she stuck into a mall. I can't believe she would have just left him like that. There's no way. She has to get help or something, right? Come on. Yep, that's an appropriate response. You've just, you know, had this big romantic moment with this person you care about. And now you're both facing your demise, basically. F, man, that would frickin' suck.
What are you talking about, Riley? It's over.
It will be, but not yet.
She wants to hang on as long as possible.
For 2 days. We don't give that up.
My heart. Oh my gosh.
I don't want to give that up.
They want to stay together as much as possible.
Make it just be poetic.
Yeah, like they know, well, I mean, Ellie doesn't know that she's gonna be okay, but I mean, it's gonna end badly. Oh my gosh. I'm like, how scared Joel must have been in those moments when he really thought Ellie was leaving. Like, oh. It's still not looking good for him. He's not out of the woods by any means, but at least they have some kind of plan now. I mean, I don't know how much blood he's lost, if it's even possible, but oh gosh. You got it, but it's gonna suck. Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't get infected. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm still not hopeful for the fate of Joel. So that's my first time watching The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 7. I really liked the episode. It definitely reminded me of Episode 3 with Bill and Frank, because we have this love story between our two characters who, you know, unfortunately meet this horrible end with the affected. Obviously, we know Ellie survives, but Riley, I'm assuming, would have turned at some point. If Riley was still, you know, if she had survived this bite, I imagine she would have been with Ellie, you know, for longer. And they don't show, you know, Riley transitioning into an affected. I don't know that we needed to see that. And we know Ellie said she had hurt somebody before. We do see her stab the affected, but I don't think she would count that as hurting somebody. So, yeah, I don't know if she stayed with Riley until Riley got to a point where, you know, Ellie had to defend herself. I don't know, because that was kind of the pact they made was, you know, we're going to stick this out as long as we can, whether it was, you know, 2 hours, 2 days. We saw with Sam, he basically turned overnight, so maybe they only had one night together. And I don't know if Ellie would have gone back to FEDRA, if Marlene would have found Riley and Ellie together, and that's how Ellie ends up in captivity. I feel like that's where that timeline would make sense, because when we see Ellie in captivity, Marlene knows that, you know, she's doing the test on her to be affected, and she's passing every time. So it would have to been after she was bitten, obviously. I don't know if that was a week later, 2 months later. I have no idea, but I feel like that's kind of the succession of things, and just such a heartbreaking episode. But I love the way they portray Ellie and this relationship that she has. It feels like she had a crush on Riley for a very long time, and we find out, you know, Riley has joined the Fireflies. She's a little bit older than Ellie, and she's leaving. Like, she comes to say goodbye to Ellie, basically, and, you know, even asks if Ellie could go with her, and Marlene says no, which I'm curious as to why, because obviously Marlene doesn't know that Ellie is immune yet, because she hasn't been bitten, so she just maybe doesn't trust her. I don't know, but either way, you know, this is their goodbye. They want to have this one big night at the mall and to hang out and to, you know, spend time together. And there's definitely a lot in this episode of saying things without saying them, if that makes sense. Like, there's a lot of subtleties, and I feel like, to me, watching, it was pretty obvious that Ellie had a crush on Riley, but I wasn't sure where Riley stood. They felt like she was interested in some parts, but again, it was like, is she just being nice? So it was nice to see that her feelings were reciprocated, and just to see Ellie smiling more and laughing, and just like to be a kid, or whatever version of being a kid or a teenager in this, you know, crazy world is. Like, they're sneaking out and drinking and climbing rooftops and going to the mall. The fact that, you know, she doesn't get to do that, and even being excited over the escalator, you know, which again, like, is something we're so used to and wouldn't, you know, be an amazing feat, but for her, it's the first time she's seen it, and it's just, she, you know, she's like, I can go up, I can go down, like, I can stand still. And Ellie's always had this very, like, you know, chatty, curious personality, but with Riley, it seems different. Like, she seems a little bit more quiet and is more focused on what Riley has to say, and, you know, is just kind of looking at her in some moments, and just, you know, trying to, like, really pay attention to Riley. And to hear Ellie defend FEDRA so much, I know that sounds like it's been her only home. Like, it doesn't sound like she ever knew her parents. We find out Riley at least had parents. She said she wasn't with them for very long, so I'm assuming they would have died when she was a baby or a toddler, and then went to the FEDRA school, and that's why, you know, Riley wants somewhere to belong, and she feels like she's found that within Fireflies. And they both kind of agree to disagree. Like Ellie doesn't support the Fireflies, and obviously Riley doesn't support FEDRA. So to see them kind of choose those paths and kind of represent those opposite things, which are fighting, you know, against each other. And we know what happened in Kansas City when the FEDRA was taken out, and then, you know, this not even the Fireflies, but just people took over. And to see Ellie talk to this captain, this principal of the school, basically, and be given the options about her fate. Like, do you want to have a crap job, basically, or do you want to be in charge? And there's the two options. There's no like middle of the road with FEDRA. And to hear the role they gave Riley was just heartbreaking, and her even bringing up like, well, you have options. Like, it sounds like they definitely play favorites, and, you know, Ellie is given these options. She gives the keys, basically. She knows you could be an officer one day, and it doesn't sound like that conversation ever happened for Riley. So I don't blame her for leaving. Obviously, I wouldn't want that job. That sounds horrible. But even if Riley wasn't bit and she left, you know, what would that mean for Ellie, and would she try and track her down one day? But yeah, it was a good episode, but it was definitely bittersweet, because just as we meet Riley, get to, you know this character, like this character, I don't feel like she's going to be in the next episode, or if she is, she'll be in flashbacks. And it was great to see, you know, Ellie's dorm. We had the FEDRA school set for the first time, you know, when she's running in the gym, and to see her dorm with all her posters and just all of these things that make this character. Like I said, I haven't played the video game, so I don't know a ton about the backstory, and I'm sure there was little Easter eggs in there that if you had played the game, you would pick up on. But I'm just excited to learn more about her. And, you know, Joel's backstory we kind of had in the first episode with him and Sarah, and now this is the first time we're really getting to see more of Ellie and this person that she was, and, you know, the path that she was on before everything with Joel happened. Because, like I said, as soon as we see her, she's already caught by the Fireflies. The way they cut it obviously set it up so that it looked like Joel was going to be stuck on his own. He tells Ellie to leave, but in my opinion, he wasn't. It was more to protect Ellie instead of like, go and, you know, don't watch me die, basically. Like, he knows this is not looking good. And to see Ellie put her hand on the door, and then you're like, okay, like, it implies that she's leaving. But I'm glad we came back to finding out that she was just trying to find, I don't even want to say help, but trying to find something to fix this. And luckily she's able to give him stitches. Like I said, I still don't think he's out of the woods yet. I mean, it could easily become infected. Who knows? Like, there's lots of possibilities that this could end badly for him, but I'm definitely glad she didn't just abandon him, because I feel like that would weigh very heavy on her conscience. And her and Joel have been so, you know, tight, and she picks Joel. Like, when they're with Tommy, she has the option to stay with Tommy and his, you know, partner and this perfect little community. She has that option. She leaves all of that behind to go with Joel. Like, she chooses Joel and as her family, you know, her pseudo family. And I didn't think she would leave him, but I mean, again, yeah, these are trying times, so it's hard to know what people's motivations would be. But she comes back and she's able to stitch him up, and the fear Joel must have had when, you know, she puts that coat over him. And I think it was kind of that quick realization of, oh crap, she's actually, I'm gonna die. Like, even if you think it, I think once you know it, it's a little bit different. And I think that sunk in for him. He was like, okay, this is it. And you know, like I said, I'm hoping he pulls through, and we'll see where the next episode goes. But obviously a very Ellie focused episode. We did have some comedic moments between her and Riley as they're joking around and teasing each other, and, you know, playing in arcades and, you know, exploring the mall, and to see what people would have stolen from the mall when the outbreak first happened, you know, clothes and shoes, and not so much soap. Although I think you could make the argument that soap would have been necessary, but at the time you're probably not thinking, oh, I need mango scented, you know, body scrub. But I get why, you know, you would take those things. And to see, you know, go through this old mall reminded me very much of like a Stranger Things episode. And I love that we got to see that new set as well. And if you're playing the game, I imagine that'd be really cool to go through and explore all the different stores. And I'm assuming Riley's character would be in the game. I don't imagine it was made up just for the show, but let me know in the comments. And the performance by that actress, I definitely recognize her. I'm blanking on what I know her from, but such a great job, especially for being a younger actress. Like, I believe in real life she's only, you know, at maybe early 20s by now, but still just a really great job, and like dealing with big things, you know. And that final scene with the two of them accepting their fate, or what they think is going to be their fate. Like, the audience knows that Ellie makes it, but Ellie doesn't. She's just terrified and smashing the counters because, you know, she just had this perfect night and was just, you know, kissed this girl that she got a crush on, and now that's all going to come to an end. And it still does, but at the same time she's, you know, probably struggling with her own mortality and thinking that she's gonna die too, and kind of has probably some like survivor's guilt from that because she lives and Riley doesn't. I'm assuming Riley dies. I don't think that Ellie would have just let her run around affected, because that seems cruel and just, it's not a life. Like, it's not Riley anymore at that point. And to see how Ellie was as a student, you know, it doesn't sound like she was top of her class. Like, it doesn't seem like she was, you know, really well behaved. Even the captain says like she's never had great behavior, but it feels like it's been getting worse. And I'm assuming Riley leaving is what triggered it to make it worse. And to see kind of how the inner workings of the FEDRA school work, where, you know, they exercise diligently, they have this gun training, like they're just building up these people to become soldiers and not give them any other options. Basically, it's like, okay, well, if you don't toe the line and you don't choose to be an officer, we're going to give you the worst of the worst jobs, where your classmates are going to be the ones telling you what to do. Like her and Bethany, you know, obviously had this fight, and I don't think that's what Ellie wanted. Even if she had stayed at the FEDRA school, I can see her wanting to pursue being an officer. And like I said, if that's all you've known your whole life, like if this is your home and where you were raised and this is what people are telling you, you're probably going to believe them. And her and Riley going back and forth and, you know, being like, you don't know everything, like you don't know everything. And, you know, just get their perspective, especially from younger characters as well, and how much they'd have to go through and grow up so quickly as well, I thought was an interesting perspective. We finally got to see the scene where Ellie is bit, and it was heartbreaking, and to find out Riley was bit as well was also tough. And, you know, we know Ellie had mentioned in a previous episode that she'd snuck into this abandoned mall and was bitten, and at first I was like, okay, is she lying? You know, Marlene told her to, you know, not tell anybody, obviously, but obviously that is true. We saw that, you know, happen in this episode, and I'm glad we got to see more of her backstory. It was so great to learn more about her. Overall, I thought it was a good episode. It was great to learn more about Ellie's story, see her bitten for the first time, and just kind of that fear of her not knowing what's going to happen. And obviously she survives, but then having, you know, her friend and, you know, her best friend, someone she really cares about and has a crush on, you know, doesn't, basically, and they're both there together. It was definitely reminded me of the Bill and Frank episode, which was so tough to watch. I didn't cry in this one. I was definitely getting teary-eyed when we were having that final scene between the two of them, and, you know, telling each other how much they care about each other and they just want to be together for as long as possible and not just end it. Although Ellie wouldn't have known that she would have been fine, and luckily they didn't go that route. Definitely some comedic moments, and it was just nice to see Ellie be happy and laughing and joking around with her, you know, best friend, and having a night out at the mall, and just, you know, being silly. And like, obviously there was affected, but it wasn't the main focus of this episode. The main focus was, you know, Ellie and her friend Riley, and, you know, her girlfriend, and, you know, their relationship, and trying to navigate, you know, leaving and joining the Fireflies, staying with FEDRA. And we see Ellie get bit, and we have Joel, you know, kind of start and end the episode, and I'm still very worried what's going to happen to him. But, you know, obviously a very big Ellie focused episode. I don't know where the next episode's going to go. I hope Joel is okay, but yeah, this was obviously mostly told in flashback, so I'm not sure where we're going to go next. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Dawn of the Wolf Part 2. Are these like real movies? She did promise her the best night ever, and this does seem like a fun night. Oh, cue the 80s music. Yeah. Trying escalators for the first time. Mind blown. I feel like there's a lot more she wanted to say, but isn't. I can't take her seriously with this clown mask. I was like, if she's leaving, you gotta try and kiss once at least. Come on.